Right, then it is tea time. England with a lead of 75 runs, 433 for 4. The session started with a bit of a hiccup for the hosts, but from there on, that man again who refuses to be quiet whenever it is India now holds the record for most hundreds versus India. Joe Root getting another 100. He's gone past so many records which we'll touch upon. More than the runs that India has scored. I think those are the records that he's made. But yeah, again, the session started off looking like India might find a way to come back, but it's not ended like that. The English team in firm control of this test match. I have many questions to ask before I dive into the Indian team and a lot of issues. Joe Root.
In one day, being the 5th highest run getter in tests to now outright 2nd highest run getter in tests.
In one day.
In just one
He said
day.
that.
Yeah.
Not 50 over cricket.
Yeah. Because
one day.
When
50 over cricket, just now, sorry, but before we came and I was talking about Joe Root and thing, man, Shivam. But sir, don't compare him with Sachin now, because Sachin was playing ODI also. So I said, Joe Root also plays ODI. No. I said, open the ODI. 180 ODIs.
and he's got the most hundreds by an England player in ODIs also.
Average is almost 15 ODI cricket.
Yes. Yeah.
Played 3 ODI World Cups.
Yes. But yeah, 13,380 runs surpasses Ricky Ponting's tally of 13,378.
So he went past Callis
Dravid
and
Ponting. Wow.
Imagine.
And in 4 years now, he has scored 21 test centuries. 12 test centuries against India, continues his trend wherein in every test series in England against India, average and minimum of 2 centuries every series whenever he's played India in England.
Since you mentioned about how good he's been over the last 4-5 years, 21 centuries, I was looking at how corresponding averages as well. The least that he's averaged in this period is for this year, which is the start of the season for him, 55.14.
Least.
Just the least. The best is somewhere around 63.
My God.
Sounds more like Steve Smithish, because Steve
Yeah.
Smith, when he had a dip, his average I think went down from about 64 to 54 or 55. Yeah.
That's a good down to be in.
Yeah.
Imagine your worst day is somebody's dream day.
And imagine amongst the Fab Four of batting, when you had the modern Fab Four, Joe Root was the laggard. He had 16 test centuries prior to COVID. Kohli was way ahead, Smith was way ahead, Williamson was also there. But now, in the space of 4 years, Joe Root, miles on, is ahead of the pack.
You spoke of doing, a pre-Lords and a post-Lords analysis for Shubman Gill. For batters also, as we trudge along, are we going to be saying pre-COVID, post-COVID
For Root?
No, but why should that be a marker? COVID. For Root, it's happened coincidentally.
Yes.
But there is no marker. See, the marker can be, let's say, some major change to playing condition, and then you can
like
pre-1971.
I think pre-WTC is good because cricket was different. The philosophy was not as result obsessive as it is right now for multiple nations now.
But cricket was still, in Test cricket, whatever said and done, there have been changes. But for 150 years, Test cricket is kind of been played the same way, which is why they say whenever you compare batters, don't compare ODIs and T20s, because ODI, what ODIs you played in the 90s under the conditions to ODIs now is chalk and cheese, you can't cover. But Test cricket by and large, the kind of conditions and rules and everything that was there in the 70s are same here. Yes, uncovered pitches and all of that, and kind of pitches have changed. Maybe to an extent the ball is kind of changed, but by and large Test cricket has remained the same. So then it is, you can compare generations also. Like, in Test cricket, how much he averages there. But let's say ODI cricket, you compare Viv Richards' strike rate to somebody's strike rate, it will look far inferior. But ODI cricket at that time was so much different. But I think Test averages can be compared. You can compare a Tendulkar's Test average to a Greg Chappell's, to a Root, to everything, and I think it will still give you a slightly truer picture than whatever it is. So anyway, let's get down to the India questions, and there are many questions. I don't know where to start, but because I have so many in mind, let's start with the one that Indian team would be sweating over, and that is Jasprit Bumrah. He walked off the field after having bowled just 1 over with a new ball. He's come back, but has not bowled. There were pictures of him ambling around near the boundary line, almost limping. What does one think is going to happen
I
now?
think you'll have to add another one. We'll have to sweat even more. Mohammed Siraj.
No,
also.
I want to get to it. I
But
said no, I have 7 questions.
We had pointed out just before the start of the second session that Bumrah was not warming up with that intensity. He was seen clutching his knee. He was walking around rather gingerly.
It looks more of a calf injury, left calf.
To me, it
Because
looked like an
just,
ankle
by the way
injury.
he was going about it.
Yes.
So two things that come to my mind. One, the images that Siddharth's talking about, it began, so the sequence went about with him clutching his calf a bit, and then we saw him warm up. So initially you thought, he's just hobbling a bit and he's clutching his calf, maybe something's wrong. Then you see him, come closer to the rope, and after that he was seen hitting his strides a bit. So it felt like, okay, everything's fine, he's just warming himself up. But you have to bear in mind the first visual that you saw of him clutching his calf. Cut to how we saw the visuals that we saw right towards the end, which was Jasprit Bumrah rotating his ankle again and again. He was rotating his ankle. So it is definitely something, if not in the calf, definitely in the ankle for sure, because not once, we saw him a couple of times. Perhaps he was thinking of having a crack just before tea. We didn't eventually see that, but he was rotating his calf again and again. Not good signs at all. Not good.
I mean, I know that it's not looking good, and he did not, bowl even after having come out of the dressing room. I believe there was a bit of an emergency meeting that happened, because right after Jasprit Bumrah went into the dressing room, Shubman Gill also went. So clearly he must have gone either to check on him, but it did seem like that there was some sort of message that came out for Gill, because they must be wanting the captain to come here and apprise him of what the situation is, and then they have to take a call, because eventually it's the captain who's going to decide. I have a feeling that if he was down and out, then he wouldn't have come back. If he was down and out, you didn't need the captain to come in. I think there is a scope that he might still be bowling. The reason he may have come back is because they don't want to keep him away, because then he can't bowl for that much time as well. I think they got him just so that there is no time restriction as such, and maybe not bowling him before tea, but there's a good chance that after tea he bowls. I don't know how effective he's going to be, because if you see that 1 over that he bowled also, speeds were down. He was in the 120s, that 1 over.
The line was all leg side-ish.
I agree. So I think, I don't know 100% what will happen, but I have a feeling that they might still have a plan of having him bowl. So I think it's not all doom and gloom. There may be a chance that he comes out to bowl. After he went in, they've seen it or whatever.
But I don't think that it's going to be an extended spell whatsoever.
Yeah.
Maybe for a couple of overs or a short burst, as we say. But
maybe 2-3
more
short
than that.
bursts, but all in short bursts.
6 to 7 overs. No, I don't think it's possible.
I think we have been very optimistic. I
don't think 2 or 3 spells it's possible. I think for Siraj, he was also, I think, clutching his left hamstring. If that was the thing, I'm not sure if that, or maybe it's just a cramp. But premier bowlers not there, I think it's a worrying sign.
It doesn't make sense if you want, for the heck of it, to bowl 2-3 short bursts of Bumrah, because his injury is never short term. His injuries are long term. You're looking and staring at 2-3 months minimum. That's the bare threshold that you want.
I know, but that's a little, looking into the future. My point is, if I just look at it now, and I'm not looking too far ahead, he's not playing the next test match.
Definitely.
And now the way things are, he's not coming out to bowl for another innings. Seems like that.
Yeah.
Because England are trying to pile on those many runs and then try and put pressure on India. So whether he comes out to bowl or not, I don't know how much you will require him at that time. That maybe England don't get a chance to bat, or even if they come out to bat to a small target, where I don't know whether you really want to use a Bumrah or not. It could be just, formality. I don't know. So at the moment, if I'm the Indian team, it is now or never. See, this session is the most crucial. It's already kind of slipped out of your hands, the match. But if there is even one ray of hope, if there is a minor miracle to be done for you to make a instant comeback and hope for something better, it's now. Yeah. He bowls in this session. This is the last session in the entire series I require a Bumrah. And if it's a last gasp effort where I tell him that, listen, last day I need you today, last session in fact, 2.5 hours, how many short spells can you give me? Maybe with that in mind, maybe
they are
2 or 3 overs
They are
spells.
2-3 hours late. I'll tell you why. Because this session, okay, what was the ideal scenario? You got 2 wickets. You then took the new ball. That was the time you have to unleash your Bumrah consistently.
That was the
You
time he
tried to
got
do
the
it.
most
No, that's why he got.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
But then that means
They tried to get him, just could not bowl.
so you're already 74 ahead.
Yeah, but the ball isn't that old right now, right? It's just a 12-over-old ball, as we've seen with the Dukes.
17 overs.
Yes, yeah. No,
15 overs.
they got it.
86, 87, right?
No, they got it 90 overs.
90 overs.
Yeah, so it's a 12-over-old.
12-over-old.
And after 90, they got the thing. 91st over, Siraj bowled 1 ball, and then they got the new ball on because they wanted to continue with a washy.
Yep.
So that's why they got the ball a little too late. So I'm just saying it's just a 12-over ball. It can still do a lot, as we've seen with the Dukes 17, 18. I understand that in a way you could say the horse has bolted, but still, you're still 74. I mean, best case scenario is India is looking like no more than 200. That's the best case scenario, that you get them out for not conceding more than 120, 125 and dismissal, which is, I know, tough, but it's not impossible either if Bumrah can get you some quick wickets. So for India, that is the best case scenario. But if you don't use him now and this partnership gets you another 60, 70 together, then game's gone. Then you're looking at a 300 first
plus,
inning
yeah.
sort of a target, and then you can only hope for a draw, and that too you'll have to really
Bat out of
hope
your
for.
skins.
No, also
Your
hope
skins.
there's rain in the last day. You bat out like what Australia did in Ashes.
Yeah.
So if I'm the Indian team and I'm asking Bumrah, I know that it's paining, but this is the absolute last stretch of the race for you, last session. This is where I need you. Can you give me 2 or 3 short spells of 3 overs each? Maybe, I don't know.
At the moment, though, I'm sort of. It's not giving me optimism as well. Even those short bursts, none of it, at least to me, maybe I'm too much in a cave at the moment and I'm just not seeing light at the end of the tunnel, because maybe I've not seen enough evidence to go around searching for light. But Jasprit Bumrah has looked off colour. Let's be honest about that. He was spraying the ball over, and maybe he was carrying that injury coming into this test match. What it is, we'll only get to know with time. But with him spraying the ball around that he got better in the second half of whatever bowling that we saw from him yesterday, today as well. He's lacked that colour, he's lacked that flair about him. So half fit Jasprit Bumrah at the moment. Now we've got visual proof as well. We've still not heard anything officially, but clearly we've seen the 2 images that we were talking about, those 2 sequences. That doesn't portray a good image of how things are with the Jasprit Bumrah, and putting together everything, him in that half fit shape that he is in right now, the pitch not helping much, not getting enough support, all of it put together just looks doom and gloom to me.
Agreed with you. He's not looked penetrative at all. He's not looked good at all. I agree. But right now, amongst the bowlers that I have, he's still the one X factor.
The best option. Yeah.
Or just somebody who can turn it around. I agree. He's not looked good. This is probably one of the worst test matches that he's having overall in his career. Yes, he's had 1 or 2 bad innings, I know, but not as ineffective as this one. But in that bowling lineup, who do I go to right now? Anshul Kamboj just looked pedestrian, right? I mean, we'll get to that whenever we have time. Washi is the only one. But then for him also, you can go with a new ball, but you don't want to do that now, right?
But he may not necessarily get the kind of drift that he was getting with the new ball.
Sure, or he may, but I'm just saying that right now you want to exhaust your seam bowlers, right? At least till the ball is new. Don't want to waste that. So who do I really go to? At the moment,
2 of your best bowlers, I think Bumrah and Washington Sundar.
Yeah.
Because they have been the best bowlers, if we have to look at India's innings.
Yes, that's the reputation that Bumrah has. But in this test match, he may have created only 1 or 2 chances, whereas Bumrah is known for sustained pressure. This is, after the WTC final of 2021, this has been his worst match. Because in that WTC final, he really struggled. But that he was coming after a 6-month injury layoff, because he had that first major back stress fracture. Now here, his speed is not giving me any hope because
See, very interesting there. That's just exact. So his average pace, Headingley almost 140, drops to 138 at Lords and Old Trafford at 134.
clear indication.
That's
his
fine.
body is fourth test for fifth test of a series. He can't survive the distance. Even if India by miracle managed to win at Manchester, he can't play at the Oval.
That's out of conversation, I think, Sundar.
Yeah. So
you
that
knew,
I'm saying I've taken that.
Yeah,
He's not
you
playing the
learned
Oval.
that even just 6 months back. Wasn't that supposed to be the learning? You knew 10 matches we were talking about, 5 at home, 5 in Australia. How much did we say Bumrah should ideally be playing, looking at his fragility?
7, 8.
6, 7. We were all looking for 6, 7 because 5 of those had to be at home. But you had to have him play an extra match in that New Zealand series because again the WTC final was on the line. You had conceded the first couple of matches, so you pushed him over there. Then you couldn't have given him a break in the BGT as well. Again because WTC final was on the line, you pushed him. You ultimately made him play 8-9 matches.
See, it made
And he didn't survive the last match as a result.
There was no need for Bumrah to ensure he went the whole hog in the Bangladesh series in that. Which is why he broke down at after 150 overs in the BGT. What was the need in this particular instance? There is no bowler rotation because Shubman has just no confidence in the others. Shardul, after 6 overs, he's bowled another 3 over spell today. Another 3 over.
So repeat
burst.
of leads.
Only
because of what he said in the press conference yesterday.
Rhythm.
Of course. I mean,
So what? He's
Bumrah is warming up.
Yeah, that's why I told you. It looks like he'll bowl. The reason they got him on the field was exactly that. That okay, he will bowl, maybe not immediately, you'll have a bit of a tea break, he'll get that massage or something. I know it may not be long term, but I'm saying this is the last throw of the dice for you.
It
You have
looks like
nothing.
it could be again because going by how England have
Give
batted,
2
it
spells of 3
could
overs
just be.
only.
I'm just saying it could for him be his last dance in the series.
No, but it is that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is that.
Because
Anyway, it is. He's not playing
Indian
over.
bowlers may not be required to come out the second time. Who knows?
That's what. No, they will not be. And even if they will be required, where the test match is at the moment, maybe just a formality.
Formality.
You set a
Yeah.
100
So
run
just the
target
last
or
dance
whatever.
for him. Last shot, you do whatever you can.
7-8 overs more, you have reached that upper limit that he has.
With him, na.
Yeah.
I'm saying 6, 2
No, but
to
I'm
2.
saying you still have to take that gamble.
Yeah,
right now, I have to take. If I am a Shubman Gill, I have to take that gamble. Because if this session also doesn't go my way, curtains, finish. So this is the last throw that I is already the match is slipping out, but I still have one last hope that I could pull things back if I can run through the rest of the batting lineup. And who can do that? You need 2 or 3 big wickets. I think these are the 3 recognized, these 2 and Jamie Smith to come, 3 recognized players. After that, yes, there are capable batters, but it's still you'd consider as a tail, right? And you'd expect the rest of them to really step up.
If Shubman Gill's just to turn back and see what's left in his quiver, what is it that he sees besides the Bumrah at the moment? See,
No,
last session.
there is a Washington Sundar. Maybe have some faith in. Even if he doesn't have faith in Shardul, he'll have to go to Shardul. This Kamboj doesn't look like a bowler who's going to get you wicket down on pace. He's not going to get you wicket. So there's Siraj, who on occasions has looked good. So that's it.
But also looks hamstrung.
Yeah.
Not literally, but yeah, whatever the issue may be. But
Yeah, but we
doesn't look
don't
100%.
know whether that's a serious injury or not. So I think he'll go to Washington, but after 25-30 overs, the ball's a bit old. Yeah. You go to him. In that meanwhile, get 2 spells, at least short, quick spells out of Bumrah. Hope he can get you 2 or 3 wickets. If he does, then expect the rest to chip in. And maybe, as I said, nothing more than 200 as a lead, and then hope for, salvaging a draw or something like that. Get 350, 380.
2 good batting performances at the top.
Like Australia did. I mean, you can. The pitch hasn't really become that bad right now. You're expecting some sort of sunshine.
Some uneven bounces there, although.
Yeah, but see, they're also scoring in that, right?
Very little though.
That was there in the first session
Today
specifically.
and tomorrow are your best batting conditions. After that, on day 5 onwards,
Could be
you will
cloudy
see,
again.
Yeah, cloud cover plus the pitch will also start showing its tricks.
Again, you need to take the match there. Now, who knows? Maybe half of the day is washed out. Who knows? At least keep yourself alive in the game. That's the only option that you have.
It is like, see, again, right as of now, I'm telling you, day 5, the weather prediction is the same as it was on day 2. Only an occasional shower in the afternoon. Otherwise, you're having a full day. That's how it is.
Okay, quick comments before we wind up. Dhanush is saying Sundar 2 wickets
He's booked for the next test.
Ah.
Kuldeep doesn't get a game.
No, if Ravindra Jadeja does not pick up more wickets in this test, then I'm dropping him for.
I had said it earlier.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I have got so much hate on social media. I can't tell you. Abuses like family and stuff.
Just
like
because he's batting
that. You
well,
don't know cricket.
yeah.
You say Jadeja. Did you see what he did and various things? And I don't want to
Jadeja
use
the
certain
batter, yes,
languages
but,
as well.
Not Jadeja the bowler.
So that's how much, and that's my point is, people think that, you know, you are saying things because of love for one and hate for another. It's not that. When you're going to be picking a team for India, you have to be objective. You have to see what I do. I mean, you know, what is my strength? What is my weakness? So, I mean, if you're playing him for batting or you're playing him to get wickets, if you really are playing him for batting, you might as well go with a batter. What else would you do?
Oh, he's-
24.
Yeah, see, look how
think he'll
wide, 124 something.
See, by the end of the over, he may touch about 133, 134. But yeah, doesn't look good.
Justice Singh.
I'm waiting for Siraj to
Get
King
some
Siraj,
out.
get
yeah.
root out after 150 and then celebrate like he ran through England 150.
Have you did you make this comment? Huh?
Is your name Justice Singh?
No.
Pseudonym?
Sadistic Sid.
No.
But yeah, I agree. You know, he gets 150 and then you're celebrating. He's done his job. Yeah.
141 he scored, Travis head.
Ah.
Horse
That's why
bolted.
calculated aggression is missing.
Zoro wants to know why is Kamboj bowling very slowly. Is
Because
there
he
any
bowls
fitness?
at that speed only.
No, and the
Yeah,
other,
130,
and that's what I'm
135.
saying. The other thing is, that's what I'm saying, that he is in mid 130s also. But the thing is, you have now all seen him in the IPL. He can for 4 overs or maybe even only at 10. The real test happens when you bowl in test cricket, no? When everyone sees. I know he's played first class cricket, he plays, but how many of us keep seeing what pace he's bowling at? You know? So what happens when he comes for the second spell, third spell? He picked up 10 wickets against Kerala. You don't need to bowl multiple spells. You finish them off earlier only. So you can be. That's why I said, and that is what my whole thing was, when everyone was excited, bring Kamboj, I'd still put Prasidh Krishna in my team simply because I've seen what he's doing. You just get excited about anyone who's there, that bring him in because of what I saw in IPL or whatever. But there's so many things to see, you know. What happens in second spell, third spell? Does his pace drop by then? Can he consistently keep bowling at that? All of those things you have to see. Then you pick a player.
Yep.
No, he can swing the ball, so.
In Beckenham, it was different. Here, it is different.
Yeah.
That's the problem at this point in time.
Saurav Kumar says you can't play 2 club level pacers in form of Shardul and Kamboj.
You can't. But then, as I said, this Indian cricket team thinking is got a hodgepodge of 2 eras of Virat and Rohit together and are messing that up entirely.
No, but Shardul's not been well handled as well, I feel. He doesn't play.
Absolutely.
He's only played 1 test match, I think, in India. You play him overseas only a
That
handful
was
of
his
times.
debut actually. He could not bowl
Exactly.
more than 1.4.
Exactly.
Rajkot.
You play
Yeah.
him the first match, you don't give him 2. The first match he plays, he bowls all of 16 overs. And I like the fact that, you know, he said what he did yesterday.
Yeah, the press conference.
Exactly. Very true on his part. He may have inadvertently ended up taking a dig at his own team management and his captain perhaps, but he made a very good point. Yeah. It's not like, and again, it's an instance you guys will all relate to because it happened in the STL. You can't just give the ball to a bowler at the last and say, please
Then
go have a
see.
crack. You remember the reaction, right? This is exactly how it is.
This is also Shardul's
How do you
last
expect
dance.
a bowler just to come into the series? You know, you play 1 match, 8-10 months you've been out of the system, play 1 match, 2 matches out, come now give us magic. How do you do that?
This is also Shardul's last dance in the series. I don't see him play over.
International cricket could be.
Could be, but not at the Oval.
33, 34. Yeah.
Because of what he has said.
Okay, I know lots of questions, but
Because of what he said.
And because of his utilization.
No, if I thought what he said really worked in his favor, because he says that next day play starts, first over only
That
Shardul is
was
bowled.
because you wanted to
Or did you
exchange ends for
change-
Bumrah, na?
exchange.
That's why.
Whatever, you could have given it to anybody, but Shardul got the ball. So I think it worked well for him.
That freedom of speech, yaar.
Some people
What's
like
that?
that. Some people like
Freedom
that.
of speech.
Okay, your freedom of speech gave you 3 overs extra than first innings of Leeds.
At least it got me something.
Well done. Yep.
Okay, we have lots of questions from you guys, but we really can't be answering all of them, because post-match show is a long show where we try and answer everything.
Yep.
So 2.5 hours of cricket, enjoy that. 11 o'clock is the new 10:30.
Yeah.
We'll see you.
We'll see you then.
At 11 p.m.
Yeah. See you.
And then we'll go on for 1 hour.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
We'll give you company till this weekend. Don't worry.
We'll start on Friday, end on Saturday.
And on Saturday.
Yes.
And then come back on Saturday.
ये साथ अटूट है.
Bye.